Hey guys, I hope you don't mind kind of how casual this video is. I was going to post the video up as it was, but I wanted to give a little bit of an introduction because I knew I'd get some questions. Basically, in today's video, I'll be showing you what I typically eat in a day, and I started a new program called Isagenix. This video is not sponsored at all. I paid for the 30-day weight loss supply 100% myself, but I got a lot of questions about it when I started showing it on my Snapchat because I would show like the little smoothie recipes I would doctor up, and I got a lot of questions about it. Around February, I decided that I wanted to start calorie counting again. When I was younger, I had a lot of success counting my calories, but I also had a lot of stress and a lot of, I would say, disordered eating. I was super wrapped up in the number on the scale and my calories, and it kind of became a little bit, I would say, unhealthy. I was always really hesitant to go back to calorie counting because I did kind of go down a slippery slope when I did calorie counting the first time around. My personal trainer, Jessie, was always saying you should really count calories, and I thought that I was doing an okay job with counting my calories without putting it into an app. But once I started putting my calories into an app again, I used my Fitness Pal. And once I started putting my calories in again in February, I was shocked at how much I was overeating without even realizing. I thought I was doing okay, but I really was just, it's just like the little things that you eat that you don't realize, they really add up. So my biggest weakness, if I have it in my house, is cereal. It doesn't matter if it's Raisin Bran, Oatmeal Crunch, or Captain Crunch, or Fruit Loops. I just love cereal with cold milk at like 10 p.m. strikes, and I'm like, oh, a nice bowl of cereal would be amazing. Or I would have Fudgicles from Costco, which are not bad. I still have them in my freezer, but I would take like probably like a tablespoon or so of peanut butter and just spread it on, and I was like, oh, that doesn't matter. So what should have been a 90 calorie Fudgicle was turning into probably close to 200, if not 250 calories. So it's really shocking how things add up. I started calorie counting again, and instantly my mind kind of snapped back into that mindset of eating to feed my body, not for boredom or, you know, for emotional reasons. Around that same time, my mom's best friend's mom, Sue, came over, and she was telling me about Isagenix. At first I was like, oh, no, like I'm not interested in that. But then I tried one of her vanilla shakes, and it tasted amazing, and I decided to purchase the 30-day weight loss fat loss system. Isagenix Isoline Shake is a meal replacement, and I also drink that after my workouts because there is 24 grams of protein, and it honestly keeps me full like all day. I'll wake up around 8:30, have a cup of coffee, maybe go to the gym, and around 10 I'll typically drink my first meal replacement because I like to space things out. When I was younger, I like to eat dinner at like 5, but now if I eat dinner at 5, I'm like hungry at like 11. So I like to have dinner around 7 now. I will have my Isoline shake, and sometimes I find that I'm only hungry around 4, and then if I have my second shake, I'm not hungry for dinner. So I will typically have at least one Isoline shake a day, and then I will either have another shake for lunch if I'm feeling really hungry, or I will have my sort of snacky lunch, which you'll see later on in this video. On an everyday basis, I aim to eat around 1,200 to 1,300 calories, more to the 1,300 side if I'm really exercising or doing cardio during the day. Now, before I have my, keyboard nutritionist warriors going down, 1,200 calories is a perfect amount of calories for me. I know a lot of people think that's under eating. Truthfully, I think a big problem in today's society, especially in countries like America where obesity levels are at an all-time high, I feel like people really overeat. I like to listen to my body. I feel like the shakes have really helped me switch my mindset back into a good routine, and it's helped me get on a better eating routine as well, because like before I'd have breakfast and then I wouldn't eat until like 4, and then I'd have a weird dinner, I wouldn't eat dinner. So it really helped me get on a good routine, and I will definitely continue to purchase the Isoline shakes. I know some people, when I first started showing it on Snapchat, they're like, oh, isn't that just like a scheme or something? I don't think it's really a scheme. I purchased it myself, and I genuinely love the product, so if it's a scheme, then I am drinking the Kool-Aid, I guess. I'll be showing you what I eat in a typical day, and I also wanted to tell you guys that I created a healthy living Instagram. I made it yesterday. There's one post, and it's called Get Fit With Me AS, like my initials. I created it mostly because sometimes I want to share my recipes or just like things I'm loving, on my Instagram, but I know not everyone's into it, so I decided to make a separate post. That way I can really feel free to post as much as I want about healthy living and my favorite foods or favorite exercises on that Instagram account. So I will leave a link to it down below. I think it's gonna be really fun, so I can share with you like my favorite like isogenics recipes, because I make like a cinnamon toast crunch shake in the mornings. I make a coffee one, a mocha one, orange creamsicle. So it'll be fun for me to just share my recipes with you guys on that Instagram and not feel like I'm being annoying on my, you know, main Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. It is breakfast time, and I'm having a Isogenics Isoline shake, and this is in the creamy French vanilla. I'm so sad that I already finished one of my jars. I'm really not a vanilla type of person, but this one just tastes amazing. I just have in my NutriBullet cup, I have some ice cubes, half a frozen banana, and about one cup of almond milk unsweetened. I'm just gonna blend this up and then I'll have breakfast. Here is my breakfast. I probably use a little less than 1 cup of almond milk. Yeah, I did use almond milk today. I use cashew milk or almond milk most of the time, but it's even good with water. Like sometimes after the gym, I'll bring my shaker and just do water in this, and it's really good. I like to use a little less than 1 cup just so I can eat this with a spoon. Whenever I show this on Snapchat that I'm eating it with a spoon, I always get so many snaps being like, why are you eating it out of a bowl? But I like to eat it out of a bowl just because it takes me longer to eat. It makes me feel like I'm having more. I don't know, I just like eating it, or any smoothie really, I like making it a little bit thicker so I can eat it out of a bowl. So since I had my first Isogenics shake a little bit later in the day because I wanted to not eat before I did cardio at the gym with Brandon, I'm gonna have like sort of a little snacky lunch. If you watched my haul from Costco, I got these, and I got them in the pre-packaged bag to help with portion control. I was not expecting the bag to be that big. So I'm gonna have these crackers with a little hummus, olives, maybe some string beans, but for one bag there's 140 calories, which is really good. Okay, so slight change of plan because the hummus I had mold on it because I haven't eaten it in a while. I'm shocked by the amount of crackers you get. I don't know if it's right because it says 1 bag. So this is 1 bag, and I've had like 5, so there's a ton. I have some cherry tomatoes, olives, extreme beans, and some tzatziki. For dinner, I'm going to be making a chicken souvlaki pita. I don't know why, but I just got a craving for one last week, and now I've been craving them every day, probably because they're so filling and so good. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you could do just, you know, maybe add like cubes of potato instead of chicken, or you can do tofu, but I am not vegan nor vegetarian, so I'll be using chicken. If I'm just cooking for me, I just like to use half of 1 chicken breast, and then the next thing you're going to need is tzatziki. I just buy it at the grocery store because it's easy. During the summer, what I would typically do probably is I would skewer it, and then like I would put it on like those little wooden sticks and barbecue it, because I think barbecuing it just gives it way better flavor, way more authentic flavor. But this is like the quick, easy, get the job done pita. If you are gonna be using tzatziki, you probably will see a light version, and honestly I would not get the light version, but you'd only be saving 10 calories, but not only that, if you look at the ingredients on the side, there's way less chemically sounding stuff in it, so I just like prefer to have the 10 extra calories than to get the light version because it really doesn't save you anything. And then I just got some pita bread, and for 1 pita there's 170 calories. I'm just gonna cut the chicken up, and then I'm gonna make a quick marinade. I love salad dressing as marinades. And then I'm taking the coward's way out. Like in my grocery haul, I said on nights when I'm lazy, I will use jarred garlic, but if you don't have, it's really not a big deal. Salt and pepper, and we're gonna let that marinate until I get hungry because it comes together really quick. So I just cubed up my chicken into bite-sized pieces, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add my seasonings. Like I said, salt, pepper, one of the salad dressings, maybe a little bit of both, and some minced garlic. And then you can let this marinate for as long as you like. Overnight is best. All right, so that is all done. If you don't have dressing, you could just do olive oil, oregano, garlic, salt, pepper. So I am taking the coward's way out again after a long day. I do not want to be chopping up potatoes, and these are just really good. So I'm gonna make a serving. The calories are not that bad, and the seasoning's all done, so it's just really easy. And honestly, like, the ingredients, of course, are some preservatives and like sodium, but I'm just gonna have this on the side tonight. The serving is 10 fries. If you see that there's 2 extras, it's just because these are like both really small and obviously not the same size as this one. A tip, if you're eating alone and you want to make sure that you portion control with especially like potatoes or like tater tots, it's really hard for me because I love carbs and I love like salty food. You kind of have an advantage when they're frozen, because if you just make the serving size and that's all you can eat, it's not like if I poured out a bunch, I'm like, oh, I'll save some. You end up picking. So that's my tip if you are going to be using like frozen fries. So my chicken has been marinating and now I'm going to be cooking it in a pan. Just waiting for the pan to heat up, but the chicken smells really, really good. I don't know if this is safe, so maybe do it in a pan, but I'm just doing it because it's easy. I just have a pita bread and I'm just heating it up over the burner. Again, I'm just heating it up so that it gets warmed up. And then the chicken, I like my chicken a little bit like well done like this. So I like it a little brown, but you don't have to cook it that much. And then once this is heated up, we are pretty much good to go. Okay, so now it's just time to dress your pita. And I'm just taking tzatziki. And then I'm gonna take the chicken. And then I'm just gonna take some lettuce. And then some nice tomato, olive too. Now you need to fold it up, and I put a tin foil underneath to hold it. That's really important. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to show this to you, but basically you just want to take your pita and fold it up and almost like into a cone at the bottom and like wrap it up, and then you're just going to take the foil and make it secure, and then you just have your pita like this. And dinner is served. This is just how to make a quick and easy dinner chicken souvlaki pitas.